So I could fill my blender up to that point, and we're saying that, that according to specs, actually, I can use a little bit less or a little bit more. So I can go all the way down, and I see specs that go 35 to 75, but what I've seen the most success with is 50 to 70%. Okay? So here's a slant cone blender, kind of a newer technology. It's been around for 10 or 12 years now, but what it's done is it's offset the two cones, and the reason for that is that originally in a double cone, the powder, if there was any weakness in a double cone, it would be right at the pivot point, that the powder would not want to blend in or move out of those pivot points. So the slant cone helps move the powder. It helps make it move back and forth away from the center line of that blender. This also has a loader and unloading device on it. Procedures. I think you can see this is not a ride at Disneyland.
But it could be.
It could be. What is the terminology for this? No. The confined space. Thank you. I lost my train of thought. Confined space. So is it okay to get in a blender to clean it? Well, if you have confined space procedures, you can. There's a problem here. When I was standing here watching it, the reason this picture's fuzzy is I was looking through the door of an operation, and I happened to notice and zoomed in on the control panel, the power was still on. There was no interlock on it. There's no safety belt here. The guy's off the ladder and there's nobody else in the room. Yeah. So we pointed it out. The next day, things changed. So, I mean, there's no reason, nobody pays you enough to get hurt. And if somebody's willing to get inside a blender, I'm crazy without locking that out. The van's here at 4:30. Okay. All right. Yep. Nobody could get in. They didn't solve, you know. What? Let me put this differently. What would have been the proper reaction? Yeah. You park everybody and you train them. And you sit down and you go, here's our procedure. We got to make sure this procedure is clear. Here's what we do. And there's such a thing is not lock the door, but lock out, tag out the controls, right? Yeah. But I know nobody ever here is going to let me into their plant, especially with a camera. I can tell that right now. Yeah, yeah. Well, actually, they've got two locks on here. You. Oh, okay, okay. We gotta move it along.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Go ahead.
I got it. Let's discuss that.